Holy shit, there are a lot of you here. They said that too? Damn it. I wanted to have at least one shred of original material up here. Cool, all right. They didn't curse? Oh, so you gotta upgrade it every once in a while. I was, this is my second time doing this. There are more of you than there were in New Jersey. And I didn't know anybody when I was in New Jersey, so it was, I wasn't nervous at all, but my godson is here today. And up until this point, I think he thought I was like the coolest thing since wheat germ. And so I could totally screw that up here. So I don't know. I guess you should ask me questions because I don't know what to say.
Hi.
Hi.
I have a question. It seems like you don't blink very often. And first, I didn't think you did at all, and then we're like, oh, okay, he blinks right there. Is that the way they edit it, or are you really just, or did I just point it out and now you're conscious of it? And
No, I actually have synthetic eyelids and a remote control that operates them, so I blink.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know why. I made some weird choices, when I in the first scene. It was like, I think he just stares sort of eerily and doesn't blink a lot, which, incidentally, when you're outside in the wind, is incredibly hard to do. So there were several times when I was sort of standing there for some reason, arbitrary reason, Angel not blinking, in the wind, and tears were streaming down my face. And they'd say, okay, good. Could you wipe the tears away, though? So it comes with some difficulty, yeah.
It's very well done.
Thanks. Yeah, I think, honestly, the not blinking is probably the best quality that character has.
Thanks.
Hi.
Hi, Misha. First off, I want to thank you because every time I'm at yoga class now, my teacher says namaste and I giggle.
Like I said, my godson is here today.
That's what I said. That's all I said. So all I want to know is, do you actually practice yoga or it was just for the role?
I've been to yoga a few times, but I don't practice. I said when I auditioned for that role, I said that I said that I've been doing yoga every day since high school, which now that I reflect on it was a bit of a stretch, and it was a lie, actually. Yeah, so no would be the answer to that question, but I am fairly flexible. It would appear.
Hence the question, but
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hi, Misha. I would like to know what's your favorite Castiel scene of that's aired so far.
Well, the first scene, when I first get introduced, that was pretty cool. Anytime you walk into a room in a hail of bullets under a shower of sparks and you don't blink, you just feel kind of cool. So I think that was probably my favorite so far. It was, I don't know if they have these things called squibs, which are little explosions that go off. They actually strap it onto you and then it blows up, and it's actual real gunpowder, and you can't look down because you can blind yourself. And I hadn't worn a squib for a while, and then when I got shot in that scene, the squibs were going off and the sparks are coming down, and you don't want to screw up the scene, so you have to act normal, but or casual or unruffled, and it feels a little bit like, I think, being shot, and it was incredibly startling to me, and it was all I could do not to just jump out of my skin when it happened. So it was it was hard to shoot, and also they sprayed my hair with water. They have these little Evian bottles of water, and they sprayed my hair with water before going in because they said, those sparks, they're not actually hot or anything, but it could catch your hair on fire. And as I was walking through the hail of sparks, I could actually hear my scalp singeing, like they were sizzling on my scalp. It hurt like hell. Anyway. Thank you. That was more than you asked. Hi. Good. How are you?
Good. It was nice to meet you at the fruit party last night.
Nice to meet you as well.
Okay, here's my question that I've been asking everybody, and for those of you who care, Sarah, the answer was naked. Okay. Okay, so you're offered two roles. One of them, you have to be naked. The other one, you have to sing. Which would you choose?
And doing both is not an option. Yeah, I think singing naked would be great.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, actually, Jason said that.
So Jensen went with singing?
He totally did. Yeah, but
Whatever
every
it was.
other guy gets the naked.
Yeah,
So,
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we all hang out naked at one another's grave. Hi.
I think your name is like really interesting, and I was just wondering what your nationality was, and if your name had any certain meaning behind it.
Yeah, my name, for those of you who don't know, is Misha, and the nationality is hippie. My mom went to Russia when she was in college, and reveal too much. She had a boyfriend whose name was Mitya, which she thought was the same as Misha, which it's not. And his real name was Dimitri, so my real name, actually my birth certificate says Dimitri, but she always called me Misha, so I have the wrong nickname. But, it's too late to change it now. So there's the history of my name.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, how's it going?
Good.
All right, I have kind of a serious question. Playing an angel, have you gotten any sort of like repercussions from any religious communities now that the show's taken a pretty seriously religious turn?
There may well be groups of people gathered in church basements conducting seances against me, but I don't know of it. No, actually, I just got a letter from someone yesterday, and you asked a serious question, so I'm going to give you a somewhat serious answer. And she said that she had been in the hospital, she had had all sorts of, she sounded like a really terrible year, and then she was in the hospital and having some surgery or something, and also had a panic attack, and the nurse was trying to get her to calm down, and she wrote in her letter that she had imagined that, in order to calm down, she had imagined that Castiel, the angel, was standing next to her, and that actually helped her calm down, which I thought was incredibly touching. And I was like, oh wow, so I've done like one tiny good thing for one person. That's good. But no, nobody has nobody's contacted with me with any complaints about me being a blasphemous SOB. So far it's treaded on, as far as I can tell, the storyline is treaded on fairly. I don't know. It's not like totally controversial. It's kind of like do good is the overarching message. But there's some stuff coming up. It's a little sketchier. Hi.
I was wondering, obviously the Supernatural set is very fun to be on, and I was wondering if you could amuse us with something funny that's happened to you on set.
I wish I could amuse you. Let's see. I should have known that this question was coming and have some answer for it. It's a great set to work on. Like, we're always laughing a lot. There's a lot that I can't tell you how often we've gone to, like, someone yells at, I think it's called the director, yells action, and then we all just bite our cheeks, stop laughing, and move into this, somber, serious tone, which is kind of, I'm amazed that it works as well as it does, because we're always like, we're always just cracking up, and I think it's just such a great vibe to have on the set. Just having a lot of fun. Even when you're going into, I mean, there's some actors who like to, sit in their trailer, and every once in a while you'll hear from the trailer someone going, "Oh me ma, oh me ma," and you just want to kind of roll your eyes, like, oh God. And of course, those actors are the ones that come out and do an awesome job. But me and Sheridan Jensen don't take that approach, and I, for one, am glad, because it's just a lot more fun. Yeah, I mean, there things are popping into my head that are totally inappropriate that I'm not going to talk about. It is fun. It is fun. Thanks.
Hi.
Hi.
I was wondering, in I think the second to last episode that just recently aired, you had some fight scenes
Yes.
with Alistair, and how was it like working with that? Because I don't believe you had any fight scenes before that.
I have had a couple of fight scenes, if you want to call them that, but more often than not, it's just where Castiel gets bitch slapped by someone, falls on the floor in a crumpled heap immediately because he's such a powerful angel. I keep on seeing the scripts and be like, there's gonna be a big fight scene, and I open it up and it's like, and Castiel immediately crumbles to the floor in a whimpering heap. So I don't know if that's just because I don't know how to throw good punches. Like maybe the first time we did it, they're like, oh man, he's no good. We're just gonna have to get his ass kicked every time. No, but that was the first time that I even seemed to put up any fight at all, which I don't quite get. I wish I could be a better fighter. I mean, I think maybe, possibly deep down, Castiel is just a pussy. I am looking forward to him having an opportunity to show his mettle, but that hasn't happened yet, unfortunately. Maybe he's just like a turn the other cheek kind of guy, or something like that. That's true. I mean, I guess that's kind of tough. If you do get stabbed up to the hilt in the heart, and you just sort of smirk. All right, thank you. You made me feel a little better. I'm glad we had this conversation. Hi.
One thing I really love about Supernatural is all the surprising moments that, after watching it, you just go, oh my gosh, he's making the show bigger and bigger all the time. So I was just wondering, when you read the script for the recent episode on Legend of Pin, or any of the other episodes you worked on, if you really reacted to any of the big moments where they revealed something, or what moments surprised you when you said it?
I have this thing when I'm reading scripts or anything, but it usually happens in scripts, and usually scripts that I'm in, where when I get to a cool scene or something, I'll get thrilled, and that definitely happened in reading parts of On the Head of a Pin, and that's happened with several other scripts, and I just can tell when that happens, like, oh, this is going to be a cool scene, and I see how it's going to happen. A little, well, I imagine how I would want it to happen, and then Castiel gets bitch slapped and fights. But yeah, definitely. So for me, it comes up as this sort of physical sensation of, oh wow, that's just really cool. And I like some of the ideas, the bigger sort of meta story arc ideas, the philosophy that's getting discussed in the bigger storyline, about free will and destiny and that sort of thing. I think that those are issues that are addressed in a really interesting and accessible, and I think with some integrity way on the show. So that's cool too. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, I'm just rambling now. So.
Oh, I got so excited, I almost forgot my question. Is it hard to not laugh when you do the Castiel voice? How deep it is? Like, do you just ever think like, wow?
How absurd am I?
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely, there are times when I'm like, how did you get yourself into this weird little hole that you can't get out of? You know, I mean, I actually like his voice, and I like, you know, getting into that Castiel vibe. But there are times when I think, does this really work? So, yeah.
Yes.
Thank you for that. I like your sequins.
Thank you.
Thank you for wearing them.
I had one question with the girl before me stole it.
Oh, damn her. You want to just talk then?
Okay, sure. But another question is, how many tries did you have to take for when you telling everyone that Uriel's the funniest angel in the universe? Straight face.
So when we did the rehearsal on that, all the crew around sort of laughed, and that sort of, you know, made me think, oh, this is pretty funny. And then we did the first take, and I sort of smirked. I ruined the take by smirking because I was expecting everyone to laugh again, and everyone, of course, was totally stone-faced and not laughing. And I felt like sufficiently like an asshole at that point that I didn't crack again after that. So, yeah. Yeah, usually the crew, they're very professional, and they're good at not laughing. Shooting this episode, there was one point during a scene that Jensen and I were shooting in. It was one of, you know, those Jensen and Castiel sort of scenes, and the whole B camera crew, which is 4 guys that are working on this one camera, were like this, like and covering their mouths during the whole take, and I thought that we had done something to crack them up. But apparently, the focus puller was fiddling with the camera operator's nipples. And they found that very amusing. But generally speaking, like the crew will not crack a smile. They're better than the cast at not cracking a smile because they know that it can screw up the take. So it's kind of hard. Like even when you're doing funny stuff on camera, you can't. You know, usually if you're on stage or something, you have an audience that is either laughing or not laughing, and that's a pretty good barometer. But the crew never laughs, so you can do something and you're like, is that funny or is it just stupid? And that thought often comes into your head and makes you stop cracking. You know, and you're like, maybe this is just stupid. Anyway, there you have it.
Thank you. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me.
Hi.
Hi.
I was wondering, do you prefer doing the really serious scenes that you play as Castiel, or do you like to do like funny? Would you rather the writers throw in some like comedy in your character?
You mean other than that one line? No, that satisfied me for the season. I like doing both. You know, I think that this is a cool enough character. I've played characters that I wouldn't want to play, like the Nip Tuck character, for too long, because frankly my back hurts too much after that one scene. But this has been an interesting enough character, and the material on the show is so good that I'm really enjoying doing it. And I would love to do more comedy. That would be a lot of fun. But I'm happy where I am right now. I don't know. That's a terrible answer, but I like doing both. Yeah. Hi.
My question is, what is it like working with Jensen and Jared?
Good question. I think that they're aware of this, but the stars of a TV series set the tone for how the cast and the crew work together, and Jared and Jensen set a really good tone. They pay attention to everybody. They don't act like prima donnas much, and it just. I'm being totally earnest when I say it's a great, and in fact I've told people in my private life that I think this is the best crew I've ever worked with, and I credit Jared and Jensen with that to a large degree. I think also Kim Manners had a hand in that. I didn't know him well, but I only did one episode with him, but just judging from the reaction that the whole crew had to his sickness and then his dying, what you could just tell, I mean, they're all still wearing KM pins, and you could tell that he was the real patriarch up there, and he just seemed to take care of everyone, and that, anyway, so the whole crew really works well together, and Jared and Jensen are to credit for that to a great deal. You know, a director recently yelled, like we were falling behind, and the first AD said, you know, come on people, we gotta wrap this up. There was some light that was screwed up, and the director sort of snapped and said, come on, we gotta go now, we gotta go. And Jensen immediately said, hey man, don't yell, we're working as fast as we can. And that's great. You know, you get on some series and the stars will be that person that are yelling and making everybody nervous and, you know, feel like they're... I lost the faculty of speech. Anyway, yeah, so it's okay.
Thank you. Okay, it's a two-part question and it's kind of off topic. I was watching reruns of Charmed the other day.
Whoa.
And I was wondering what it was like to be a guest star in a show where there's just so much estrogen. And the other part of the question was, do you prefer doing a show with a bunch of girls or a bunch of guys like you're doing now?
Well, Charmed for me was a miserable experience. That was really my first big role. It was so long ago. It was the first job I got after moving out to LA. I didn't really know what a mark was. And all of this technical stuff that they started throwing at me was totally bewildering. And then Shannon Doherty and Alyssa Milano were like in these miserable crying fits and in fights with the producers. And at first, Alyssa Milano was really sweet to me, and we had a kissing scene, and she slipped me the tongue. And then, but the next day, she didn't seem to like me anymore. Partially, I don't think I was cut out to be on television yet at that point. I was really learning what was going on. I didn't know about continuity. You're supposed to do the same thing over and over again from one take to another, or else you totally screw up the scene. And that was news to me. They were like, what hand were you holding your phone in? And I was like, why would you ask me such a nitpicky, stupid question? So anyway, there was all this stuff coming at me, and I didn't know how to handle it, and Alyssa Milano's tongue, and I was just... So overall, I think it would be great to be working with a bunch of, hot women. That would be fun. But if I had to pick Charmed or Supernatural, I'd pick Supernatural because I had a pretty bad experience on Charmed. Alyssa Milano and I, we did a pilot together 2 years ago, and she played my sister. And I was like, kind of excited to see her again. And I said, hey, how are you? She looked at me like, who are you? And then I said, well, yeah, I was younger, but we did, I was on an episode of Charmed, and she was still like, yeah, who are you? So she had no recollection of me. Eventually, I told her that she had slipped me the tongue, which didn't seem to surprise her. I think, from what I can tell, she was slipping everyone she could the tongue at that point. Don't print that. I don't know. Anyway, but actually, she was totally awesome to work with. We had a great time. No, my God, I'll tell you another story since we're at it. So, I brought my godson, who's somewhere hiding here, and to go to a baseball game with Alyssa Milano, and she had this fancy box, it was 6 TV screens in the executive box and all this buffet and all that, and I kind of wanted to show off to Joey. I was like, these are the cats that I hang with now. And brought him in, and I said, Joey, this is Alyssa, Alyssa, this is Joey. Joey put out his hand. He said, Misha breastfed until he was 6. I kid you not, first thing out of his mouth. So, I actually asked him not to talk to people today. lot of ways, I think it's just synchronicity. It's sort of, it was sort of a snowball that just kept getting bigger and bigger until I was. When I first started, it was kind of a lark. I used to. I'm gonna leave the mom part out this time, but I used to just screw around a lot and go to character for long periods of time for no apparent reason. Like, I think it was fall semester, junior year in college, but I was Leon character all the time. But I would be talking about Marx and Weber and Durkheim and reading these great books on the plot, and my professors would be, really? And yeah. My girlfriend asked me not to do it in public. She was really embarrassed. So anyway, I was doing a lot of that kind of stuff, but not really taking it seriously. Now here comes my mom. My mom was she was a professional storyteller, and she did a lot of community theater, which I did her plays with her, and she always directed the plays that were in my schools, and I was always the lead. And there's nothing wrong with that. I was just the best one. What? But you know, we were really like didn't have any money at all, and we were homeless for a while, and really on welfare, and it was just, to me, it didn't ever even occur to me that could actually be a profession. And so I wanted to be a politician, and I was going to go to law school, and all this. I had this sort of plan for myself that totally fell apart when I interned at the White House and didn't like it. And I was like, uh-oh, what am I going to do now? And I got a headshot taken, kind of on a lark, and my first audition was for Barry Levinson. He was casting locally in Baltimore for Liberty Heights, and I got a part. And then I got another part in Girl Interrupted, which was casting locally like 2 months later, and I was like, this is so easy. I'm going to move to LA and become a big star. And then it took me 9 months of like auditioning every day to get one guest star on Charmed. And I was like, wow, this is harder than I thought. But now I love it. And for a long time I thought this is just something I'm going to do for shits and giggles for a little while, and then I'll do something serious. And yeah, maybe I will do something serious, but it's a little ways off. I think there was another part to your question.
Your favorite actor?
I like Bill Murray a lot. The Man Who Knew Too Little is one of the most underrated movies of all time. I've seen it like 1,000 times. So I like him. I don't know if he's a favorite, but I've got a lot of favorites. I like him. Thanks.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Hi.
Hello. What is the most challenging physical or emotional playing Cassio in Supernatural?
You mean aspect of playing the character,
right,
or like?
You have to prepare like both physical and emotionally to get into that character.
Yeah.
So what is the most challenging?
I guess it's treading this line of having intensity and caring and yet not having emotions, or just feeling the slightest shred of emotion. He's developing emotions, but he doesn't really know what they are. It's a very unhuman quality, and figuring out how to play that is probably the most challenging aspect. Sometimes I'm like, head on, spot on, good on you. And a lot of times I'm like, yeah, that didn't work. But finding that line, I think, is the most challenging for me. Yeah, and physically, it's just being out in the rain at 33 degrees at 4 o'clock in the morning. That sucks.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hello.
Hello. First of all, I want to tell you that I think you're an excellent actor, and I could not stop laughing when I saw you on Nip Tuck.
I'm glad.
But I wanted to know if Jensen and Jared have played any practical jokes on you yet.
No. We were just. Oh, good idea. We were just talking about this backstage, and Jared said that he hadn't pranked me yet because I was too fragile. I think the word he used was gay. So no, I guess, yeah. Yeah, I don't know what to say. I got this little book of, she's asking how I got some poems published, and I just, why are you looking to publish poems? Oh, you do? I just submitted them. I found this little book of, it's a directory of poetry publishers, and I submitted poems to a few that looked good, and a few of them published my poems. And it was pretty smooth and easy, yeah. Thank you.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. Okay, so in the show you get like major close-ups, like all up in your business. Does that like affect you in any way? Like cameras, like you could do that and you'll get it or something like that?
Yeah, totally. Yeah. You have to get kind of. I'll stop playing with my water. You have to get kind of smaller as the shot gets closer and closer. You know, you can, in a wide shot, you can kind of move around and you can wave your arms and all that's cool. But you just have to condense everything in a close-up because just even moving your eyes reads really big. So yeah, and a lot of times also when you're in a close-up, you know, the camera will be right here, and Jared or Jensen will be standing behind the camera crew, and so you just look at a little corner on the matte box of the camera, and sometimes they'll put a piece of tape there, and that's the other actor, and you look at that piece of tape. So there's really like brooding, intense scenes are usually between a person and a piece of tape. Yeah.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hi. There's a video floating around with you from a club called Moving Allen.
There's what?
Video
Oh, yes.
around on
Okay.
YouTube from Moving Allen, and I was wondering.
How does that stuff get? Like, I can't get a copy of that
It was
movie.
very interesting.
It was interesting?
It was very interesting.
The clip, or how it came to be on the internet? Like, the clip. I was imagining like somebody exchanging sexual favors with one of the Okay, so what is the clip?
Of you clinging to a rock, dressed as a hose.
Oh, sure. I had a beard, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun.
Brown, but he was brave this morning.
Yeah, I was playing a washed-up soap opera actor who'd taken too much acid, wandered into the desert as a homeless person, and then he starts to think that everyone that he meets are characters from the soap opera who are improvising scenes with him. And it was so fun. And the best part about that role was I got to go onto the set of a soap opera and observe the soap opera actors to do preparation for my role. And how many soap opera actors are there in the room? Okay, good. So in regular television, they have, you know, 1 or 2 cameras, and the director is right there on set, and the director is talking directly to you and saying, you know what, all right, well, let's change this little thing a little bit. In soap operas, they've got to move through 50 pages of material a day. And so they have 3 cameras, and it's all set up on sort of a stage, and the director is in an editing booth that's completely sealed off from the stage and speaks to the actors over an intercom. And so I was in there to observe, and I was in with the directors, and the director said, press the intercom button after they did a take and said, okay, so Sharon, this is a made-up name, Sharon, that was good. Can we do one more take? And this time, you know, really try to pay attention to what he's saying. Really try to listen to him. And then she takes her finger off the button. Acting 101, you bimbo. And it was so fun to be in that booth because they would be so gentle and gingerly, and then be like, yeah, idiot, every time. But anyway, yeah, that was it was a really, really fun role to play. No one ever saw that movie.
Which is going to be released.
I don't think so, no, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hi.
I have a friend who's a very big fan of 24, and she wanted me to ask you what it was like filming with Kiefer Sutherland, most specifically what it was like when he fell on top of you.
Is this going to be a resource for some slash fic? Actually,
that shows he knows about that.
it was terrible.
He said his friends were getting stuff all the time.
For some reason, he punched me in the throat in that scene, and it hurt to swallow for a week. He just came barreling into the scene, and he just punched me in the throat. And I was expecting some, more Castiel like sort of mamby-pamby stage combat. He just came right in and hit me, and so I was kind of shocked by that. But other than that, it went smoothly. I don't really have very vivid memories of him lying on top of me. It doesn't visit me in my dreams.
Her name is Lori. It's not me. So I just
Okay, sure. This Lori character. Most rewarding moment on, well, I don't know, this is a fairly rewarding moment, like seeing people in the flesh who are seeing all the camera flashes and people who actually really like the show. I think that's really gratifying. It's a funny thing on television, and actually that's an awesome aspect of this show, is that there's such a vocal and camera-y fan base, because you don't normally you do something, you shoot it, the crew doesn't laugh, your friends don't watch it on TV, and you don't really ever get any response. It's not like you're on stage and you get feedback from an audience. So it's really gratifying, I guess, to get a positive reaction from a fan base, who I understand can be also very cruel. Yeah, that is that's rewarding. I don't know what else to say. Yeah. Hi.
Last night you were at our table for a minute for the side thing going around for the 2.1 seconds. And we had asked about...
talking to you, by the way.
We had asked about NPR and your poetry and stuff like that, and...
Right, I remember, I think you guys asked me about my entire CD.
Yeah. And you made a comment about you thought it was interesting to explore the phenomenon of fandom and what that means, and I was just wondering if you could elaborate what you think on fandom.
Well, I think it's pretty weird. I don't know. I mentioned to you guys that I think I recently was talking to a close friend who had the idea of doing like a radio story about it, because I've always been interested and sometimes involved in radio, and I just like I like the idea of exploring it. And I was thinking about it might be cool to do a radio story about like the fandom or what this slash fic thing. I'm kind of fascinated by it. I've only read one of them.
Be careful, you'll see through.
But it kind of, it's definitely. But it's like I'm fascinated by subcultures and communities that seem to evolve organically, and this seems to be a very interesting one, and I would love to find out more about it without getting, molested. Yeah, I don't know. It's something I'm not quite sure how to explore it, but I am interested in it. Yeah. Thanks. Hi.
A more personal question. I was wondering if you had any pets, and if so, what you could divulge about them.
Oh, I can't. There's sordid stories about my pets, let me tell you. I have 2 turtles. One is named Drydra Luxflaloud, which, what do you mean? It's a perfectly common name where I come from. I dreamt it for some reason. I woke up and I was like, well, that's its name, right? And in my dream, for some reason, it was like, because I'm actually terrible at names, and for some reason, my subconscious knew it, and I was like, remember, the name was Dry. Remember, it's Dry Lab. And I woke up the next morning and I wrote it down, Dry Lab. And then I named it, and then I couldn't remember what the name was, so I had to refer back to the text. But anyway, they're two female turtles. They're red-eared sliders. I have a small little koi pond. There's some fish in there too. The turtles seem to hate each other. And they're the only people or animals that they're the only ones that they ever see is one another, and they hate each other, which is just depressing. But they're just terrible to each other. But what am I gonna do? I'm not gonna mediate. So yeah, but that's about as risque as it gets. Hi.
Hi, you're absolutely creepy as the Angel of Thursday, and I love it. But my question is about some of the things that give you the look of the Angel of Thursday, like your hair. How long does it take it to make it look like lighter colored feathers? And do they weight your coat so that it kind of sleeps out when you turn like almost wings? I mean, is bottom weighted?
The coat is au naturel. And the hair, the first day they spent like an hour, they put a straight iron, and every strand was in the perfect place. And now it's like, all right, sit down. All right, you're good. So, yeah, they've sort of, I given up on it in a sense, but I think they realize that they get this exact same effect with 3 scrunches of the hand and a fistful of mud. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hi.
What's it like as a new character coming on to such an established show and playing such a pivotal figure?
It's been cool. I didn't really know much about the show or how carefully the fans guard, the boys and all that. So at first I didn't realize what I was getting into. I just thought, oh, this is cool, couple episodes. But yeah, it's totally different. I didn't expect this, and that's cool. But they've been, Jared and Jensen were just totally welcoming. I think they're actually glad to have me there. I don't know, maybe not. They act like it to my face. When we're hanging out naked in the trailer. So, yeah, I think sometimes it can be a little bit unnerving coming onto a show because everybody knows everybody. They've been working together for 4 years. You're the new kid at school. You feel like, I don't know if I'm doing this right. But everyone was pretty welcoming from the get-go, so that helped. Yeah. Thank you. How many more questions are there?
1 billion.
That's too many. All right, well, thanks, guys. That was fun.